Good evening and welcome to the Indie Voice Show, where artists can listen, learn, and grow with knowledge empowering success. And now, here is your host, singer, songwriter, entrepreneur, Miss Wendy Hicks.
I'm so excited. So I have my special guest here. I have my special guest here. We've got Tiffany Lachey. In the house. This up. There's Tiffany Lachey in the house. We've got Deli Rowe here from Richmond. Hey. Then we've got Kurt Hoffler here. Hey, hey, hey. So we're just gonna, again, we're going to today, since we're working on the project, we want to give artists, those of you artists that are working on a project and or about to embark on a project and want to know what's next or how do I even get started? So we're going to kind of just walk through that. And those of you that are repeat supporters of the show and you know the format, the first part of the first segment is Artist Quick Tip. And so typically I do an Artist Quick Tip that from the Indie Bible, but today we're just gonna go ad lib, right? Because Kurt said he had some things he wanted to talk about. So we watch out now. So the Artist Quick Tip for today is going to talk about things that you need to have in place when you start your project, and we'll talk more about. We're talking about the budget aspect. We're talking about timelines. We're talking about, networking and getting your resources together. So, Kurt, you want to talk first about that? You want to talk first about, in terms of the budget piece, or some things that people need to have in place?
I think before anything, you start a project, first is you need to find the right music producer. Mm-hmm. I would encourage anybody to separate a music producer and the engineer. There's a lot of guys out there that say, oh, yeah, I do it all, the engineer and the produce. But I think those two individuals need to be separated, because the music producer can just focus on just getting the production done. And if he or she is, qualified to do, helping with the vocal arrangements and stuff, then he can do so. Mm-hmm. And then after the music is done, then the artist needs to decide if they're going to record their project at home with someone who knows how to record, or they're going to go to a professional studio. There's pros and cons, with recording at home and in the studio. Mm-hmm. Recording in a professional studio, obviously, it does cost more. Mm-hmm. And sometimes costing more doesn't mean you get the best quality, because a lot of times you can get a great quality at home if you have the people who know what they're doing at home. Mm-hmm. Because you just can't just simply just put up a microphone and you could just walk into a room, plug in, your microphone into a computer and a preamp, whatever, and you think you're going to get the greatest quality without knowing the technical side of room acoustics and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's not going to work if you're trying to be on a certain level in terms of sound quality.
Right.
Go to a professional studio to kind of alleviate all that, because their rooms are treated, and so you can just go there, record wherever you need to record your band, vocals, whatever. But there is, like I said, there is more of a cost to that.
So again, we talked about budget being one of the primary factors, but also things to consider. Let's talk about strategies. I know for myself, let me see. Hi. For myself, I kind of, I'm no engineer at all, But I know a big part of it is making sure that you use, if when you go into the studio, like a real recording studio versus your home studio, you want to be able to use your time wisely. So for me, I bought some things so that I could try to do some rough tracks from home or rough vocals from home. That way it kind of alleviates the whole practicing and trying to work things out when you're in the studio, which, because, time is definitely money. So that's definitely something to think about. Now, you really don't have to invest. It's not a real large investment when you're setting up something at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about some of the things that you can do to get you started, to maybe get some, to get you started and start at least working some things out at home. Like when you have your tracks and you want to just lay some stuff down. What are some of the things that people should have?
Well, if you're gonna just record your ideas, I would encourage any person. It doesn't cost a lot. Get yourself obviously get a computer, if it's Mac or PC, and then after that you need to decide what type of digital audio workstations you're going to use.
Mm-hmm.
If you use Cubase, if you're going to use Logic, or if you are going to use GarageBand,
mm-hmm.
Pro Tools, they're all great.
Mm-hmm.
So once you have those two decided, then now you need to go out and go get an interface. Most singer-songwriters only need like one channel, but
mm-hmm.
most of them come with two channels. So you can get something like a Focusrite Scarlett, 2 channels. And then I would tell anyone to get a dynamic microphone, because you're at home, you're not worrying about, acoustic treatment, anything like that. You just want to get your ideas out.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say get a dynamic microphone, mm-hmm. SM58, 57.
Mm-hmm.
Sing one of those. It's the same microphone that the singers sing when they're out live on stage.
Okay.
It's plugged in. Get something like that. It's enough to get your ideas out there, and then at home, practice recording yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, for people that are new to this, they're not used to studio recordings. They're not used to hearing themselves.
And it can be intimidating.
Yeah.
I'm still intimidated. Right? Look, Tiffany's like, it can be, but
I just don't mess with it.
Try not to block you. Now, for those of you that are, watching, let me just kind of pan around. So this is my shout out to Rick White, because Rick White had a great suggestion, and I got it from Blaze. Shout out to Blaze, and then I also talked to Rick. Map out your project. So I have, the songs, and then it's like each sticky represents where I am within the project from beginning. Like if I need music, I need the music track, I need the lyrics, the scratch vocals, all the way down until completion. So that's a great, great, great tool, because as you remove the stickies, it's showing progress. And, we all always feel motivated once we see progress, right? Tiffany, you have anything to add? And let's see, for my folks on Skype.
I don't right now. Ooh.
She's camera shy. So those of you that are watching on the show, so that's the board that I'm using. All right. I know, girl, look at these guns, my guns. Hello, I'm trying to say hi. Hi, Bruce. Hi, John. Thank you guys for watching. Deli, do you have anything? Deli back here.
Do I have anything to add?
Do you have anything to add?
I think all of
Can you
them.
see?
No, you can't see me. Hey, everybody. I think you guys all gave really good information. I definitely am a planner, and I'm so much of a planner down to the point where sometimes if I know I want to do a project, like I'll put the date on the calendar. Like, okay, I need to get this project out by May 4th, and so all of my work has to be done before that time. So, like for me, under my butt to make me really, really go after it. So that may be another thing you want to do in addition to Wendy's great idea. Is just to make sure that you kind of know where you're going and make sure you know what your target is, so that you can hit it, as opposed to saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then it never gets done. So definitely think about those ideas as you're planning along your musical journey.
Yes, that's great, great, great advice. Yes, definitely having a target date helps. And even if you don't necessarily meet that date, at least you're close. At least you have a date in mind, because I kept saying, for myself, I kept saying, oh, I'm going to get this done next year. I'm going to get this project in the summer. Ooh, Lord, let's move this up a little bit. I look like I'm about this wide. Okay. So, yeah, I started, I would say, okay, by the summer, I'm going to have it done, or by the fall, I'm going to have it done. But when you have it written out, when you see it actually in black and white, then that kind of gives you something to work towards. And, I did have a deadline on here, which is May, and I'm not going to quite meet that deadline, but I do know that by the summer, and realizing today that I am closer than I thought. Yay! So it's definitely a reality. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. A woman's dream is to be here soon. So we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to introduce. This is one of Deli's videos. Deli, which video did we choose?
We chose Empty.
We chose Empty. And when we come back, Deli will tell us more about the making of Empty and, how she came about in terms of getting the actual music video, because that is important too. That's an important piece. We are visual. It's great when you have a project or you have music and the song is kicking, and people are loving it, but they want to see who it is that, that actually produced or actually sang the song. So it's good to have. It's a good marketing tool to have. So we're going to show the video real quick, and then we will come right back. we are back. We are back. We are back. And that was Empty by Deli Rowe. Deli. Look, Deli's over in the cut. So, oh, thank you, Crystal. Largo left, back out to you. Hey. That's Deli. So Deli, so people just viewed, those that are watching the website, Listen Vision Live, just saw your video of Empty. So what was that whole process like in terms of the concept of the song to recording and then to deciding which song you actually want to put on to do a video of?
So Empty, God, I think we did that in 2015, I believe. And it actually started off with just me on the guitar, and then it became a full production. I sent it to a producer, and he kind of just came up with the entire concept. Shout out to Marcus Parker for that. And I think the way that I kind of knew that would be the one is I did a couple shows around town, and it just really showcased all my music, and that was the one that really got like the best reaction. And so I knew that was the one that I had to go with. So that's kind of how it was easy for me to know from there. And then when it came to doing the video, I honestly just asked around and I asked for references. I looked at different people's videos and who was doing what. And then I found Mr. Good Evening, Ira. So if you are looking for someone to do a video, definitely check him out. His name is Mr. Good Evening on Facebook if you're on Facebook. So
definitely check him out.
Yes, check him out. And so we did it in 2 days, which was really cool because we had two separate shots. So one we did, which was outside downtown Richmond, and the other one we actually did in a neighborhood called Carytown in Richmond. And so what I did was I put out on my Facebook and all my pages. I was like, hey, y'all, I'm shooting a music video. I just want everybody to come out. And we got a great turnout, which I was so happy about. Like, I got people that I went to high school with, I hadn't seen in years, and it was really, really awesome. So that's kind of the process of Empty, and it has taken me a lot of places around the country. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to Terry S. Hey, Terry. I was just talking about you earlier today. Divas DC in the house. How you doing? So now, Deli, when you thought about making the video, did you was it mainly for marketing purposes? What was the thought process behind it? Because you had no idea it was going to do what it did.
Right. It was. So I released the project, and it was marketing purposes. So like it was. I think the way I did it was I released the project first, and then I hyped up the video that was coming next. But because I shot the video before the release and people knew that they would be in it, that kind of like helped.
So, that's a good strategy.
Yeah. So with people, like, people in the city knowing, oh man, I just was in her video, I can't wait till it come out, I'm gonna promote her project. That's kind of how it worked out. So definitely, if you have like something that you feel like the people will enjoy, put them a part of it. Make your fans a part of your process, and that way they'll always support you.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
That's a great tip. Yes. Okay. So, note to self. I'm not sure. I don't know which song I will do a video of, but I'm gonna have to schedule many dates at fitness. What is it? The fitness center, and do a few cleanses. Because they say the camera adds 10 pounds. I don't need any help. Let's see, what's Terry S saying? I'm good. Yes, we're back at it. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait. We can't wait to see what's going on. I'm not, what? I always say we got to catch up. And I was not too far from you. I went to eat, and I knew it was kind of short notice. I was going to call you to see if you were available to meet for a quick little glass of wine. But I said, no, I'm not going to bother you last minute during the week. But we'll definitely get together. So yes, so that's Deli. Again, so this is behind the scenes. Again, I'm working on a woman's dream. And so and this is not scheduled, planned, none of that. We're kind of just going ad hoc, going with the flow. What'd you say, Tiffany? Tiffany, let's talk about Terry, since I'm off during the day now, or not off during the day, but my afternoons are free, so definitely we can get together. So, Tiffany, what are you working on? Let's hear what's going on with you.
Yeah, Tiffany.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, Tiffany.
Take the hot seat.
Yes, girl.
What am I working on?
Yes.
Well, my sophomore project is kind of complete, but I haven't released it yet because, life happens, so.
Yes.
But you know, it's coming. I've been saying that since what, 2012.
Well, it's okay. Look at me. Look at me. I mean, it's okay.
But it's coming. It's coming. So, but it's basically complete. So I'm probably gonna add more songs or take away.
Okay, that's not a bad problem to have.
Yeah. But other than that, you know, I'm chill.
So, you know, once her project is finished and she has her actual launch, definitely got to get her on not even the launch. You can come anytime, but definitely got to get her to come on the show and sing a song or two. Let us hear what's going on with her project. What's the title of the project?
Been So Good.
Been So Good. I like that.
So good.
Yes, honey. Kurt. And Deli, I haven't forgotten about you. We got to get updated on what you're working on too.
Okay.
But Kurt, what's going on in your world? I tell you, I see you all on Instagram, Facebook, advertising mics, talking about engineering tips, working with gospel artists in Connecticut, doing all kinds of stuff. So what's going on with you?
I'm just working engineering on a couple different projects. Doing all different styles from gospel, smooth jazz, R&B. You name it, I'm doing it. Any new stuff that's coming out? There's a young guy up in Connecticut, plays the sax. Shout out to my man Trek. He's coming out with a nice little R&B trap song that we're probably gonna release next month. Just tighten up on a couple of things. Got a gospel record, Vanessa Willis, powerhouse from Connecticut, phenomenal singer talent. Been working with her and her background singers on the vocal production, recording stuff since we started back in September of last year. And we finished the end of December. Now we're just doing leads. And I'll probably be done with that probably like the end of May.
Okay. Now, also want to note that, you know, you see that Kurt, you know, he's from Connecticut, but Kurt has mobile studio, will travel. So for those of you in the DC metropolitan area or those that are watching the show wherever you are, if you're interested in getting some recording done, he is your man. He has been super, super supportive. You know, he has been not only on a professional level, but on a personal friendship level. He has just been a godsend, and I really appreciate him. So grateful. So, you know, again, we're going to bang this thing out, and we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the process of the making of A Woman's Dream and where we are. And again, if you guys have questions, those of you that are, let's see, who was that? Mayo? Datasha? Hi, Datasha. Oh, okay. Terry says she's going to be looking out for you.
All right.
So we're going to take a quick commercial break and be right back. Those of you on Listen Vision Live.
Oh, yeah. My life is a gift from you, blessed from heaven, that's for sure. So every day I live, give thanks to you. Oh, I haven't been perfect, and that's okay. And you still show love my way, yeah. Please don't leave me, stay, 'cause I know the sun doesn't shine, the rain doesn't fall, and there wouldn't be a twinkle, twinkle, little star. And just like we have winter, spring, and summer, fall, I can always count on you, because you never let me down. You've always been around for me, and my trust for you will never leave. It will never leave, because you know my destiny. So I believe. Oh, oh, oh. Every day my faith gets stronger, and knowing you're there, I hang on a little longer. Sometimes life gets a little hard. Hey, your times are tough, so hard to bear. I get weak sometimes, I feel you really don't care. But when I open my eyes and look out the window and see that the sun doesn't shine and the rain doesn't fall, and there wouldn't be a twinkle, twinkle, little star, yeah. And just like we have a winter, spring, and summer, fall, I can always count on you.
Okay, and we're back. Hello again, Facebook Live family, and hello again, my Listen Vision Live family. Those that are watching, this is the Indie Voice. Again, we're off-site. We're on location here at home. We're working on A Woman's Dream. And so I guess the best example would be to use myself in terms of getting music. So I've gotten music from Kurt. Actually, Make Me Wanna, Kurt had given me, and I heard the music and absolutely loved it and wrote to it. And so we have another song called Love Found You that we worked on. The last time Kurt was here, we did the back vocals, and now I'm going to Connecticut to work on the final, the lead vocals, to knock that out so we can finish the project. So basically you're getting your music, and if you're writing your own music or writing your own lyrics, then it's, hi Greg. So you write your music, and then you get with your producer and your engineer, and for me, I actually I attempted to do some reference tracks from home. Again, I'm not very literate when it comes to trying to do this thing on my own, but I try. I make sure I at least have all the equipment that I need to do what I need to do. So everything is here. I even have a piano here that I don't play, but whenever I'm ready.
I keep it warmed up.
Yes, thank you, Tiffany. Then I've got, the Mac computer, and I have my own mic, which I'm not going to bring it out because Kurt puts my mic to shame. Kurt, for those of you that don't know, Kurt is a stickler, and it's a great thing for sound and mics. He loves mics. So when he makes a referral of a mic, then, hey, Kenny Barnes. Kenny Barnes is joining us. Kenny, you're supposed to be here with us. Hey, shout out to Kenny Barnes. So this track that we're going to kind of let you listen to, we were here a couple of months ago, and I had written the lyrics, and Tiffany was here, and Kenny Barnes was here. Hey, and we just got into that creative mode, and they really, really helped shape the song and made it come to life. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the whole project. The thought behind A Woman's Dream, this is something that I have, Tiffany said something about 2012, 2013. I thought about the concept for A Woman's Dream many, many years ago. And I wanted to tell a story, I didn't want to write a CD full of love songs. I don't have anything against that at all, but I wanted to talk about a little more, but I wanted it to have, I wanted it to be a well-rounded project, but I also wanted a flow. And so what I decided to do was I wanted to write something about relationships, yes. Love, yes. How relationships make you feel, yes. But it's also about being inspired. Who inspires you? Is it family, your kids, your loved ones? What inspires me? What are things that bring me joy? Talking about family, talking about, again, the balance. A lot of us, especially as women, we have to juggle and we have to balance so many things. Family, kids, we got to, provide, we got single parents out here. So I just wanted to tell a story with this project. So A Woman's Dream came to mind, and I've stuck with it. What is it that Kenny is saying? Oops, got to get a what? What? All right, Kenny. Thanks. I hope to see you tomorrow. So again, that's the thought process behind A Woman's Dream. So I tried to stay consistent with the title and the songs, the whole concept. So that being said, which song is this again?
Love Found You.
Love Found You. I heard the music, and when I heard the hook of the song, Love Found You just came to mind. And so we'll play a little bit of the chorus just to kind of give you an idea. All right? And it goes like this.
Before I play, I want to give a special thanks to a friend of mine from Kentucky, Sean Hibbler, who did the music and sent me with the tracks, and then I just ran with it. Now Wendy has it. So here we go.
Want to hear?
It's your time to receive it. All right. Before you know it's your time to receive it. Love found you.
That's Love Found You. I'm so excited. I can't wait. And so now, like I said, we've got all but one song left to write, and we're working on, who is that? Hi, Kevin. We are working on the intro to A Woman's Dream, and I'm excited about that. Deli helped, well, actually both Deli and Tiffany, they both helped with the whole concept, because, we heard this great groove and trying to figure out how we're going to write to that groove. So we're about to lay the chorus for that. And again, I hope that you guys enjoy this project as much as I do. But maybe I'm a little biased, huh? A little bit, just a little bit. We're going to end the show in a second, but Deli, what's going on with you? What's happening?
Oh my goodness. So I have been doing, I would say that since my last couple projects, I released 2 projects. You can find them on my website, deliroad.com. But in addition to that, I have been doing a lot of production work. I've been doing a lot of licensing work, a lot of songwriting, a lot of studio work, like I'm doing with Wendy today. In addition to that, I'm finally starting to get back to my own stuff. I have so many songs sitting on my computer, and they will be out soon.
Nice.
Feel free to check out my YouTube channel, which you can find on my website, deliroad.com, because right now I'm in the process of showing everybody my from start to finish journey of how I create a song.
Nice.
So I have a series out now that I'm consistently updating called Deli Makes, and eventually those songs that I make on those will be a project. So look out for one coming probably within the next 2 months. And of course, I will make sure that you all check them out on Wendy's page too. But that's what's going on with me. It's a mixture of doing stuff for me and doing stuff for other people, which is a blessing because that keeps me in business. So
yes.
I'm definitely grateful for that.
I'm grateful too. I tell you, when it comes to being innovative and really trying different things, I definitely have to give Deli a shout out for that. One of the things, I was fortunate enough to interview some very talented, very well-known national acts on the last jazz cruise. And I had the opportunity to interview Chrisette Michelle briefly. And one of the things that she said, which is so true, you have to not be afraid to try new things. And if it doesn't work, so what? It doesn't work, then you try something else. But you got to try. And a lot of times, back in the day, it used to be that people they frowned upon folks that seemed like they were all over the place. It was like, you need to put all your eggs in one basket. You need to focus on one thing and be extraordinary at it, because how can you be good at a bunch of different things? But that's not true. In today's day and time, you have to be, you've got to be diverse. You've got to try different things until you find what works for you. And it might not be just one thing. Steve Harvey is a prime example of that. Yes. He has truly evolved, and now he's doing a bunch of things, but he's good at all of them. Yeah. So again, I encourage you to not be afraid to try new things. Hey, Greg. Oh, thank you so much, Greg. Good to see you. Hopefully, stay tuned. When I have my CD release, I want to see everybody. Tiffany, how can people stay connected to you?
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Tiffany Lachey. That's TiffenEY. TiffanyLachey.com.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Kurt. Tell folks how they can stay connected to you.
I can be reached at K Music Studios with an S online.
And Instagram, you're real popular on Instagram too.
Instagram is K Music Studios, but I have to approve for follow me because we have spam going on. But yeah, I'm mainly on Instagram a lot. I'm showing a lot of process, showing things that I'm doing, from plugins, the microphones, to places where I'm traveling and recording with different people, different places. So my Instagram journey is pretty heavy over there. I post stuff on Facebook, so you'll see me on Facebook sometime. But Instagram, you can definitely follow me there. And like I said, if you got any questions, engineer questions, or you're looking for an engineer to make your project come alive, just contact me on my website, K-Music Studios Online.
That was a nice commercial. And again, you can always stay connected with me on wendyrhicks.com. Okay. Oh, okay, Greg, I see you. I would be pleasantly surprised. So again, we have to get back to work. I want to thank you all so much again for your support. I appreciate you watching on the Indie Voice Show. It airs on Saturdays at 5 o'clock. I have, lots of wonderful guests that come on that share their talent, that share their experiences, stories and journeys that keep you motivated, that keep you inspired. Stay on track. Don't lose focus. And again, just make sure that the goal is to live in your dream. So I will see you guys next week. Make sure you stay connected. Until then, bye.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys.